Okay, how to cure anxiety and depression. Stoic philosophy. So, there is a word borrowed from the Stoics that we don't have in English today. And it was borrowed by a Roman philosopher named Plutarch. And he wasn't quite a Stoic. He was technically an academic skeptic for you philosophy nerds, but he used a lot of Stoic principles. And this word, he thought, was the cause of many people's depression and social anxiety. Now, this word is dysopia. Now, dysopia, did you just say that right? Isn't it dystopia? No, this is with no T. Dysopia means an excess of shame. When people have too much shame and they have social anxiety because they feel they have to do what other people want them to do, this is dysopia. So Plutarch gives some examples. He says when you're at a drinking party, when you're at a symposium, when you're at a banquet, and people want you to drink more than you want to drink. He says this is the perfect time to beat social anxiety and beat your feelings of dysopia, because if you can say no when people are having fun and trying to get you to do these little things like have an extra drink, then you can do the big things, like if you're into politics and someone is trying to get you to give them money for their campaign or something like this. But he says, if you can't say no to people, if you cannot say no to people in these little events in your life, how are you going to say no to people in the big events? So he gives the perfect example of Alexander the Great's son. Now, Alexander the Great's son was invited to a party by a sort of frenemy. And Alexander the Great's son did not want to go. He thought it was stupid. He assumed it might be a trap. And he went anyways because he could not say no to this person. So he went to the party and they fed him dinner and they got him drunk and he had a good time, and then they strangled him and he died. So because he could not say no and he didn't want to let people down, it ended up being his downfall. So we suffer from dysopia in our society. Many people do, because we are raised with this feeling that we have to be liked. And to be liked, we have to say yes to people all the time. We can't disappoint people. Okay, we're afraid to disappoint people at a job or something like that. We're afraid to disappoint people, taking a girl or a guy on a date. We don't want to disappoint them. We're afraid to be ourselves. And this causes social anxiety, because if you're just being yourself, doing whatever you want to do, and you're being kind, and you are doing your best, that's all you got to do. You don't have to go out of your way to impress people. You don't have to go out of your way to be liked. So that is a word to keep in mind from our boy Plutarch, the Roman philosopher. And this has been Dysopia and how to cure social anxiety. Little tasks, set yourself little goals of saying no to people and the things you don't want to do, and it will help you say no in the big events of your life when it really counts, and you will become a person with more agency and control and self-respect. Peace. How to cure anxiety and depression.